Good afternoon, you silly wabbits. I'm hunting buffaloes today.
That's right. I'm sounding like Elmer Fudd, and yeah, we're gonna have ourselves a little fun. I think the main topic of this video is we're going to debunk the mystery. Are worn down buffalo nickels a viable cherry picking source? And I gotta say, you know what? I don't know. I don't hunt enough of them. This is more a little bit for the cherry pickers that have a little bit deeper pockets. I bought this group yesterday from someone locally. The lady had owned these for, I think she said, about 30 years. They were passed down to her from her father. So I don't know if he was a collector or if these were just put aside at one point while he was going through his change. It's kind of hard to say, but believe it or not, I went through and there's nearly a 50-50 mix of both no mint mark Philadelphia coins, which I think for this particular video we are going to stay away from because, you know, the only thing you can find out of there are double dies, possibly two feathers, but only in the earlier dates, like the teens and maybe 20s. I could say without certain, there's mostly 30s here. There might be a couple 20s. This group right here is where we're going to focus our attention on. These are all Denver and San Francisco minted coins in this little 3-stack right here. So what I'm going to do is go underneath the microscope on all these coins, okay? And then we're gonna kind of see, are these cherry picked? Is it even a worthwhile endeavor to pay 50 cents to 75 cents a piece for these things? I don't know, but we're sure as heck gonna find out. And if I do sound kind of, you know, like Elmer Fudd, I'm slurring my words, yeah, I just had a cavity filled in. So that was fun this morning. Half my face is numb. So, yeah, just bear with me. And most importantly, let's have fun and let's do some cherry picking. All right. All right, guys, we got quite a few coins to go through. By all accounts, it looks like it's about 38, 39. So it's quite a few. I'm going to focus on the mint mark area, which is underneath 5 cents. Okay, this is a Philadelphia coin. I was just kind of beta testing and trying out my that L in pluribus looks double, but it's really just postman damage. I'm just testing out the crispness of the close-ups of these coins before we get started. So this is a 1930, by the way, that I'm practicing with. So I want to make sure I have just enough light happening. So that should be more than suitable in giving us an idea if we have anything. Yeah, you can even see that little piece of lint, that thread sitting right there. Interesting. So I have a few coins I wanted to show you before we begin that I just saw general like. And this is a 1928 S with a really cool retained lamination. Right there, right through his head, and then the piece is still sitting there. That's not the whole piece of that whole strip, but it's a nice chunk that probably comprises about, you know, ooh, you know, we got to take care of that green stuff on your mouth there, buddy. But yeah, this lamination error is pretty neat. There's the mint mark, nothing fantastic. And I wanted to also show you guys the 38D that I pulled out of circulation the other day. And I'm happy to say that this one is a repunch mint mark. Did not know about it until about maybe half an hour ago when I was just curious to see what I had here in this one. But this will give you a general idea of the close-up and crispness of a repunch mint mark, okay? As you can see, The underlying D is west of the primary mint mark on this one. And this is a well-known RPM. And in this grade, which you could see a partial horn, so this would probably be right around fine to maybe a low VF. This is a $10 coin right here, so not bad for a circulation find. So I'm going to try and go through the coins as quickly as possible. If something comes out and bites us in the nose, then there you go. So that's the first one. A lot of these coins are 1930s. There might be one coin or so that is in the 20s. So it shouldn't take too long. I'm pretty quick at this. Here's another one here. Doesn't look like there's anything. And this will also give you an idea of the wear on these coins as well. Buffalo nickels are absolutely beautiful in brilliant mint state condition grades. You get into some of the circulated ones, yeah, they look horrible. So nothing so far through 3 coins. This is a Denver. There might be a little bit of a RPM to the east of the primary mint mark. I'll have to double check. There are a few inclusions in the Cherry Picker's Guide, by the way. This is a 36, so I'll pull this one aside and do a little hot distilled water rinse on that one. See if I can break up some of that gunk. And here's another one. It's about as clear as you could get. There are a few inclusions in the Cherry Picker's Guide for repunch mint marks in the Buffalo Nickel series. The 36S RPM is one of my favorites. If you see it in person, I've cherry picked a few in grades VF and higher. I've never found a mid state one that I've cherry picked, but I would love to find one that's like mid state 65. That would be sweet. So here's another one here. It doesn't look like anything. Nope. So a lot of these varieties you will find on Variety Vista, some of the minor ones, but they're strong enough that, you know, there is a huge collector base for these type of coins, and you will have no problem selling them. I could tell you that right now. Repunch mint marks of the Buffalo Nickel series, which traditionally occur in the 1930s dates. Yeah, you don't see too many of them in the earlier, and if you do, they're pricey in the like the teens and 20s. There are a few listings in Cherry Picker's Guide, but a lot of them are on VarietyVista.com. So, as you can tell, I'm zipping through these relatively quick for you guys. So we got some nice close-ups. And if we find anything worthwhile to talk about, I will also call out the date on there as well, so that way you guys know. Here's another one. Hey, there you go. That oh my gosh. Do you see that? There is a you could see the secondary S south of the primary. This has got to be the 36, I would imagine. Man, that is so strong. All right, so we found our first one. Yeah, this is the 36. This is the one that's in the Cherry Picker's Guide. Outstanding. Yeah, so grade-wise, you know, there's a lot of strong features on there. Without looking at the reverse again, which I'm going to do, I'm going to guess it's probably fine or VF. So there's the lettering. Oh yeah, we got almost a full horn. I'd say this is a VF20 candidate. Dang, very nice. Got a little green spot there. I don't know if that's verdigris or paint. I'll find out. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is a repunch mint mark. So this is every single one of these coins I paid 30 cents for. We were haggling back and forth for a good half an hour on these things. But we settled on 30 cents a piece, you know. And I'd say I made my money back just off of this one coin. That is outstanding. Okay, so we went from finding out in the wild to 38D RPM, and now we just discovered the Cherry Picker's Guide 36S. Holy moly! Humana! Give me more. Papa needs a new pair of shoes. This one, I think it's just a deteriorated die. I don't think there's anything noteworthy in this. I hope you guys are enjoying the speed of this here. I mean, I could do a 30-minute video, but yeah, the longer, the not so merrier. That's been my experience with videos. That's why my coin roll hunting videos are very cringeworthy, especially if they exceed 20 minutes. This one is way too worn to know for certain if there's anything going on here. Yeah, those long videos, you know, I'm sitting there, I am watching the timestamp like a hawk. And if it becomes way too long, then, you know, I kind of get all anxious about it. That's just a natural tendency because I like a nice progression through my videos. After doing it for 8 years, I have this kind of rhythm that I'm looking for. So I'd say we're just about through half of this stack, and we found a 36S over S repunched mid mark, which is awesome. If that was the only coin that I was able to cherry pick out of this group, I would say it was worth it. Because I bought these nickels cheap enough because a lot of them have full dates, number one. Number two, the general grade range of all the coins is VG to XF. A few of those XF coins are actually in the 1930s, so there's nothing phenomenal about that. But these are coins that I am in right, and I could turn around and sell them for probably a buck a piece because of the grade. The lower end ones, like this one here, this one is probably right where I paid for it. So there are a few. Well, this one right here, yeah, that one's a 36. So. All right. Yeah, if I go on repeating myself when I talk, just go ahead and give me a great big slap on the side of the head. Sean, you gotta stop flapping your gums, buddy. It's okay. Because I'm willing to bet that 95% of the stuff that comes out of my mouth is semi-educational and useful. If and only if you're a coin collector. But in terms of like everyday life, yeah, that's a tough one. I wouldn't take what I have to say. Oh boy, yeah, that one's got a little issue on the reverse. Someone got hungry, or you know, a bear claw got to this thing. Hey, surprisingly, this is rolling through rather quickly. Yeah, this one's got a nice chunky, thick mint mark. Yeah, if you guys see anything with like a doubling in 5 cents or anywhere along those lines, let me know. Yeah, nothing there. I was hoping there'd be more Philadelphia coins in here and more Denver coins. For the most part, these are all San Francisco's. I think there's probably 3 or 4 coins that are Denver's. But yeah, most of them are San Francisco minted examples. Of course, I do live near San Francisco. So even coins that are 70, 80 years old, you will find a vast majority of your San Francisco minted coins on the West Coast. Okay, that's no doubt about it. The strange little bit of trivia for you guys, a little bit of factual information. A vast majority of the 69S double die Lincoln cents are actually found in the Midwest. There's been a number of them discovered in Michigan, one in Wisconsin, if I'm not so mistaken, a few in Kansas, Missouri, places of that sort. So that would probably all came from one batch, one bag. So yeah, if you're a coin roll hunter and you live out in the Midwest and the winter weather has got you down, I would suggest you go through all of your 69s and look for a double die. Be a hero. Be a hero for Blue Ridge. All right. You know, we're down to our last little batch of coins. And I'm tickled, man. I am happy as a clam right now with the discovery of the. That's interesting. It's got a little nick there under the F and 5. Chunky, thick mint mark. I don't know if that is anything crazy. I'll put that one aside. I doubt it, though. I think that bottom of the mint mark just took a little bit of a hit, or it's a deteriorated die issue. There you go. Yeah, as you can see from these coins, the mint mark is different between each one. They continuously re-tap in the mint marks with that little punch into the die as these things wear down, the dies rather. So they have to re-engrave all the design details and things like that to maintain the integrity of the image on the coin. So they have different lettering styles. This one looks like a double die. It's crazy. I swear I must have double vision. But anyways, yeah, you always see different variations of the size of the mint marks and the type style. You know, maybe the serifs are a little bit longer or they're stubbier. See how thick that bottom curl is on this example right here is just, you know, one other difference as well. And of course, you know, by the time you factor in the deterioration of the die in general, then your coin will look like this. So you see the flow lines that radiate toward the edge, that rim area. It's pretty common as these dies absolutely self-destruct. So if we looked around, you could see that everything looks a little bit mushy. On the reverse, you see more die flow lines. This is actually a phenomenal example. This one is one of those XF coins I was talking about. And this one is a 35 out of all things. Now, what you see as doubling on this coin is in reality machine doubling, okay, because of the shelf-like appearance of the doubling, okay? You don't have split serifs or split, 90-degree angle areas on the actual digits. But what you have is a tightening of the actual numerals as a result of the machine doubling. So what it is, it's as these things are struck and the hammer die comes up to finish the progression of the strike. Okay, there's sometimes a little bit of a die hop as these things are being struck. So that's how you get the machine doubling, which is not typically. Now, someone did prove me wrong because machine doubled coins certainly sell for somewhat of a premium. If you were to check eBay, the Lincoln Cents with pretty prominent machine doubling, sometimes sells for $2-3. So if you did find one, then obviously that would be not too bad. So this coin right here I've identified as being an acid dipped example. So the whole coin has kind of like a pebbly, kind of like sand-blasted look. And this one, sure enough, the whole coin fell in the acid. And it wasn't in there very long because it's still relatively strong. But it's done its damage to the actual surface. It's very unnatural. So it's unfortunate. Otherwise, it'd be a nice, strong XF. So we have one more coin after this. I'm happy to say that our video has concluded for the day, folks. There we go. And it just so happens it's a Denver. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'll take it, man. take it for what it's worth. So that was a 37D. Man, I wish it was a 3-legger. That'd be awesome. It's a pretty good grade too. What is it about? It would be a fine 15. Yeah, but there we go. Final buffalo in the herd. You wascally wabbits, you. Well, I'm happy to say that we have come away in a huge way with an absolute phenomenal find. Is it this one here? Yes, look at this thing. Well, what does it tell us? Well, we found one coin. We found one potential, possibly, definitely, maybe not. I'm not sure. There's too much gunk around the mint mark. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is a testament that this particular batch is not hunted through, which is good news. I would still be a little bit wary if you were to buy an unhunted, quote unquote, unsearched lot on eBay. There are a few things you can do to safeguard yourself from possibly buying junk. And let's go ahead and look at their other auctions. If you go in their other auctions, you see them selling repunch mint marks of Buffalo nickels, and they're selling a bulk lot of Buffalo nickels. I would probably stay away from that guy. But I guarantee you a lot of the coin dealers don't cherry pick for repunch mint marks in their bulk Buffalo nickel lot. It's few and far between. A lot of them focus on grades and date rarities, but it was a lot of fun, guys. As always, come check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And as always, you could smash that like button to your heart's content, because I know I will be content. And yeah, I got bills to pay, and I got to save up for a Hawaiian vacation for my soon-to-be college-bound daughter. So I appreciate your guys' support as always. Come subscribe to me, share this video to your friends and on Facebook and wherever else. I'll see you guys later on the next video. Go check out my weekly giveaways every Tuesday, and I got 2 of them live on my channel. So you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one. Discovering together, baby.